Let's talk about crime and punishment. Let's talk about accountability and ethics and the power of Parliament, and whether elections in Canada give us fair representation or not. Hello and welcome to another National Town Hall brought to you by CPAC and Maclean's. This is What Does Canada Want Now? And we are coming to you live from the St. Lawrence Centre for the Performing Arts in downtown Toronto. Canadians head to the polls on May 2nd to elect their next federal government, including those folks who are with us tonight in our studio audience. We're looking to help them make their choice at the ballot box.
Yet, like all parties, you supported the participation of Canadian forces in Libya.
Okay, good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Kenney, can we ask you a question, Mr. Kenney? You can ask my question. No, we'd like to ask you about war resistance. Why are you continuing to report bulletin 202? Why are you criminalizing punching into subjectors, Mr. Kenney? A lot of Canadians want to know. Canadians support war resistors. They support punching into subjection. Why are you treating them like they're criminals? So we're not even worth talking to.
Why are you ignoring the federal court? The court's that's the 9th decision in a row that the federal court has made a decision. The Federal Court of Appeal also made a unanimous decision.
So we're like below your contempt? Is that...
Are you not even going to talk to people?
I'm sorry, look at your, what is it you want to talk about?
The Federal Court of Appeal has ruled multiple times on war resistors. This is the 9th, was the 9th decision recently.
In their favor.
In their favor.
And anyone who's an immigrant or an asylum claimant has access to a very generous legal system in Canada. It's for our legal system to make.
Saying they're criminals.
It's for our legal system to make.
But that bulletin that you put out was criticized by numerous Peter Schaller, the former IRB chair.
And condemned by Amnesty International.
So I thought you wanted to ask me a question.
Okay.
So it's for our legal system to determine how to address each case. On an objective basis, so I'm not going to get involved in those cases.
So would you consider rescinding the operational bulletin that actually intervenes in their cases against them?
It doesn't intervene, it simply asks that border service agents make senior officers aware of claims that are filed. It's informational in nature.
But it's already meant that one person's application to be here has been rejected. So it seems to be weighting against what the federal court and other institutions are saying. You need a sober second thought on your adjudication of this issue. I'm just wondering.
I don't adjudicate the issue. If people make asylum claims, those claims are adjudicated by independent decision makers at the Quasi-Judicial Immigration and Refugee Board. If they're negative decisions, they're reviewable by the federal court. People often make also access to things like the pre-removal risk assessment and applications for permanent residency for humanitarian and compassionate grounds. It's a very fair legal system that people have access to.
But your bulletin does say criminally inadmissible. You don't think that prejudices their cases when courts have said conscientious objection is a legitimate ground for consideration? You don't think that
I don't think it's a problem. People have to inform senior officers of when claims are made.
You don't think there's any problem flagging them as potential criminals?
No.
Or going against Canadians' will that they be allowed to stay?
Sorry about that.
Why are you criminalizing war resistance?
So your comments, so you're saying that we should be respecting the courts, but at the same time you're putting out a bulletin that's prejudging all the cases so that everyone who is from the military from the United States should be considered a criminal first, and their application should be controlled centrally through your government.
Yeah, no, asylum claims are adjudicated by the independent Quasi-Judicial Immigration and Refugee Board.
But you appoint those folks, don't you?
Yeah, the cabinet does, but they're like judges, they're independent Quasi-Judicial decision makers. Thanks very much.
We hope you'll rescind it.
Canadians will go rescind it, actually, as does Amnesty. Oh, that's good. Hang on. Oh, beautiful.